Yeah, there's nothing in here.
I was like, yeah, maybe Chris, you could probably do this song. This a little better than what I got.
Jailbirds, are you here?
All right, welcome back to We Should Jam Sometime here with Romance. What's up, guys?
Yo.
What's poppin'?
You guys just want to introduce yourselves so we know whose voices are whose?
Yeah.
I'm Riley. I play guitar and I sing a little bit.
Yo, I'm Adam. I also play guitar and sing.
Nathan, play drums.
I'm Ben and I play bass.
Awesome. Sweet. So you guys are playing tonight in London. Just did the drive from Michigan.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The show last night was good.
Yeah, Michigan Night 1 in Lansing with If Only, who's like an amazing Michigan band. First night with Bogues.
Bogues is literally one of the most talented people like we've ever met.
Wicked.
Yeah.
He's a writer. We love him so much.
Such a good songwriter, such a good performer, like
That's awesome.
such a good vocalist. Like,
Very captivating.
oh
Yes.
Wicked.
yeah. Really like very intimate like
Yeah.
show and like songs too.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
It's really cool. And Pinch
Yeah.
and Paper Lanterns.
Yeah.
Also killed it too.
And then, so we crossed the border yesterday, crossed again today.
Yeah. Going back.
Going back to Canada, back in the south.
back and forth. Yeah.
So you guys have done a bit of like touring in the States in the past, right?
Yeah.
Is there like anything that you notice that's like different at shows that is different in Canada?
Yes, absolutely. Young, like people are so much younger there. I think like that's one thing that holds Canada back a lot is the
Okay.
amount of like,
like
19 plus
right.
shows, and so you'll get a lot of like younger kids there that just want to go to shows just because they love music.
Right.
And like I think Canada's scene is more exclusive because
Right.
of like that age, that common age restriction.
Right. That's awesome. I guess like down there too it'd be even worse because it'd be like 21 and over, right? So
Yeah, so it's like
there's
almost-
a bigger gap.
They hate 21 plus shows.
Yeah, no
I can
one's
see
booking
that.
them.
Yeah.
So inaccessible. Like,
No
why
one's
the hell
going to
would you
them.
do that?
Yeah, you're missing out on like a huge demographic by doing that.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So you just got like more people that are just willing to like come see new music regardless. If
Yeah,
they
there was
know
a
who you
there was
are.
a girl there last night who just like showed up by herself. She's like, yeah, my friend told me to go to a show. Like, I'd never been one, but
No way.
I heard they're
Yeah.
fun and she had a great time.
Oh,
And,
that's awesome.
and it seems like that's a bit more common. People are more willing to drive. Like
Yeah.
some people drove from Toledo and like they're like, yeah, an hour drive is nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that blows my mind. Like
Yeah.
Canada, like if we're going back to comparing Canada to the States and just like the scene and stuff, like people aren't afraid to drive like an hour, or,
Right.
like an hour and a half to see like a band they really like.
Yeah, that's true. That's not very common.
that's
like,
cool.
yeah.
That kind of
Yeah.
commitment to your scene is just so beautiful and so uplifting. So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
always like happy to go back, right? It
Totally.
just keeps
Yeah.
on getting better and better, and
Yeah.
we're excited for the next couple days coming up too. We've got 4 Canadian dates. This is day 1 of Canada, and then we're heading back down.
Toronto.
Yeah, we got Toronto, we got Ottawa, Montreal.
Nice.
Then we're doing a big long drive back down to is it Syracuse?
Scranton.
Scranton
and
is
then
the next one.
Erie,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
Syracuse.
Yeah, ending up in
Wicked.
Syracuse. Yeah,
Sweet.
it's really exciting.
That's
yeah.
awesome. That always feels good. We actually played a house show in London last Friday, and some girl just like showed up because we
Oh,
played
yeah.
with Ready the Prince, and so like Cleopatra put it on their story.
Yeah.
And this girl just showed up by herself.
Let's go.
And I was like, man, I've like never.
Cleopatra using their powers
Yeah,
for
man.
good.
Yeah.
And they showed up and everything. It was unreal that we got. I'm a huge Cleopatra fan.
Oh,
and like,
yeah.
right
Yeah.
before we went on, I was like, oh fuck, they're like
We
right
played
there.
with them in Oshawa. With I can't remember the other band, but the guy's name's Connor Clarkin. He's like
Okay.
super talented too. Yeah, they're such a good band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
The
played
two-piece vibe is so good.
Yeah, it's
we played a
unreal.
cover set with them too at Lee's Palace in Toronto.
Oh,
no
and
way.
they
They did Black Keys.
I think they did the
Yeah,
Black
they did
Keys.
Black
Yeah,
Keys.
we did Jimmy Eat World. They did Black Keys.
Nice.
Somebody
They
did the
killed
Clash. That was really neat. Yeah.
Oh, that's wicked.
Yeah. Good night.
And someone did Arctic Monkeys. They stole the show.
Yeah,
Those
I
songs
bet,
are so
yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, like
They
they'll
so
grab
well.
you no matter what.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, everyone's singing along.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, why did we have to pick Jimmy or
Yeah.
That's the thing with like cover sets. Like you gotta like if you're doing cover sets, like choose a band that like everyone knows like every
Right.
word to like the songs
Yeah.
that you play.
Totally.
Something current.
They did something in London a couple months ago where they had a bunch of London artists, and the show was like London artists like covered each other's songs.
I would
Like, the
love
whole
to do
show.
that.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
I think
awesome.
it's a really
That's
interesting
cool.
concept.
Reminds
yeah.
me of like Switcheroo with like Alexis and Monique.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'd like to do something like that.
Yeah, I always thought that'd be like a really cool idea, for sure. So you guys released your second album just over a year ago now. So how's that, like the reception of that been now that's been out there for a bit and it's had time to like settle?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been like doing like music videos for it.
Yeah.
Like there was a big gap like after we released Nausicaa. We kind of just like went into hiding. Like after releasing it, we really realized that like this is like what we really want to do,
Right.
and we a lot of like there's a lot of like personal life stuff happening like after that album was released, and like during it's like it's like recording process and like really heavy shit, and like it definitely is like reflected like on the album for sure, and like I think we've seen a lot of growth since then, and we've just been working. Been trying to make music videos that like reflect the songs well, and yeah, we're stoked we're releasing the video for stop motion sometime in between our next tour and like when we get back from this one.
Wicked.
Yeah.
So how much is that, like, when you guys are coming up with like music video concepts, is that like four of you are getting together and pitching ideas, or just one guy?
It's been everyone has their input, but usually it's like one idea that like there's like an artistic vision, and like we all just kind of can like build on it and stuff.
We've been working really closely with Mercedes Arnhorn. She's like doing an amazing job directing these music videos. Jakey from Iced Out Visuals, he's been shooting all of them and editing them and making them look amazing, so it's cool. And we want to do this like with our new music as well, just collaborating with like super talented friends, and kind of reaching like beyond the four of us, I guess, and just like getting all the cool stuff we can from everyone.
Definitely.
Yeah,
you like build that like romancer community a little bit. Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, Sades and Jakey are so talented, just like with their just knowledge of like visuals, and just so it's like a dream collaborating with them. They're super good. Jakey's worth way more money than he is. It's like he's like getting to be like god tier like music video guy, and it's like, how are you only like just shooting like I mean he does it like full time, just like lots of rap videos. He went to LA with Spice Girl Perp recently, and they shot a bunch of videos, and I think he shot a video with someone from 3-6 Mafia too.
Oh wow.
Shit.
Yeah, he's growing. Super proud of him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's gonna blow up.
Yeah, he'll definitely blow
awesome.
up.
That's good to be able to work with somebody like right before they do too. Like
that's it.
We want to support him.
Totally.
Yeah, because we know he could like.
Totally. That's wicked. So there's like a little bit of like a musical change between like your first record and the second one. Yeah. Was that something like, how did you find fan response to that? Like, I mean, obviously it's going well, but like, were people not into it at first, or were people like really into it?
People were I think pretty ready to receive that by the time, because I mean we were trying to kind of build something that would always in a way be a little bit kind of transitional for us, right? Like even in our first album was very like kind of a departure from like our old writing style. We were writing with Lancaster all together, right? And so when we were coming up with more thematic stuff for even As We Both, it was it was something that we got to push ourselves more for, right? And people were really responding to that too, and we found a lot of I hate to use the word like a fan base, because I don't think of us as somebody who has a fan base. Like we got a lot of homies. Fan base we don't like. Not into that shit. Fuck it.
But people still love the first record, which is amazing. It makes us so happy.
It's the album.
It's the album. Like people always want to hear a full length. They want an album experience. But putting out Honeybee, like it's like one of my. I still love it. Like a year later. I love like when people find us and they hear like tracks that might like we might not play live, like Sleep or something like that, and they think that they're dope, and it's just like, hell yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Like we tried to just make a super chill, like cool sounds album. We worked with John Horvath. He produced it. He's an MIA grad, right?
He's also one of those people who are like way more than what they're worth, like
worth way more than what. Honeybee feels like really transitional for me. Like I can kind of see what the next album's gonna like sound like and what it's gonna look like, and I'm like I can see just like the evolution, like as it's just kind of laid out in front of me. Like Honeybee, it's like it's smaller, and I think the intent of Honeybee was it to be very transitional, because it was a lot of like experimenting with new ideas. So like I think it'll be a fun thing for fans to look back on and like see that transition, see that growth.
For sure.
It maybe I think we were talking about this a little bit earlier, you and I.
Yeah.
I think it'll be appreciated more as time goes on.
Right.
Yeah. There weren't any really pop structured bops or singles on. It was just more focusing on just kind of artistic growth.
Right.
That's more Honeybee's kind of mission, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So then do you have plans right now for what's next, or are you still sort of riding the...
Yeah.
Just writing a lot.
Writing a lot.
So much.
Yeah.
Touring when we're not writing.
Right. Do you guys write on tour at all, or are you kind of...
I write lyrics.
Right.
In the back.
Yeah.
Right.
Lyrics are easy to kind of bang out on tour, right?
For
And I mean,
sure.
nothing really inspires you to write more music than seeing acts live and seeing
Right.
kind of what the
True.
composers are bringing to the table. Because
Totally.
especially going going to the States and even coming back to Canada, right? We've got such a huge dynamic of music that's around us 24/7,
Right.
which is so cool to grow in and to be a part of.
Definitely.
Right? We feel super inspired by that. So it's impossible, I think, not to write on tour. And when we get back, obviously we're so chock full of ideas.
Yeah, totally.
Ready to bust. Right?
Yeah.
Ready to bust.
That's awesome.
What did Tades
blasting rope.
Blasting rope.
Nah.
No, we're gonna do that.
You got editing on the computer. You can edit that.
Maybe cut that part out, yeah. So what do you guys think, with the kind of state that the music industry's in right now? You guys still just want to do
I like this stuff.
because it's very single oriented right now, and lots of bands
Yeah.
are doing different things with releasing singles and whatnot. Are you guys how are you in tune to that? How do you approach that?
I think Spotify is the best thing to ever happen to the indie artist. A lot of people shit on how it doesn't pay well.
Right.
Just artists gotta eat.
Totally.
To be fair, I'll be devil's advocate for a sec. There are people that have made good amount of passive income and over the last 10-20 years on selling merch and selling just CDs, playing shows. They recognized all the ways to make money from music, and then they've been doing a good job at that. But Spotify comes along and just flips the industry on its head, and suddenly those people aren't making a lot of money anymore.
Right.
And so now we have Spotify, the music industry has changed, and Spotify has just become this gold mine for indie artists just because of the way you can discover new music.
Right.
And I can't get over how easy it is to blow up now.
Yeah.
You get on the right playlist and you're
Totally.
and you're a good artist. So just I feel there's not a lot of luck involved anymore.
Right.
It's just if you know how to, if you can make the right connection, then it just kind of opens up with being, it's the playlist.
Yeah.
And if you can reach out to a curator or whatever. I think with before, you think of all the bands that were so good and grinded so hard, but didn't get that opportunity.
Right.
Maybe didn't get signed to the right label, but maybe if they had Spotify, maybe things would have worked out for them. They would have blown up way more than they have. And so and now so many artists what's the word? Their careers to Spotify.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to just stumble onto somebody now.
It's not about who you know anymore. It's about who you tag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's also more about how good you are.
Yes.
That's why music is so good right now.
Yeah.
Because people are wanting good music and they're able to find it.
Yeah.
They're not being shown what labels want them to see or what
Oh my God.
they're just
true.
it's just all out there, and the cream is rising to the top.
Yeah.
Or whatever you say.
Yeah, you think labels and pop artists, it's rich white dudes being hey, how about this person
Right.
like this?
Right.
Yeah. Ugh.
But now it's just an algorithm.
Yeah, now it's just the best music rising to the top.
Yeah.
Totally.
So,
As far as releasing singles goes, that's definitely, it seems to be the way to go. When we're sort of structuring our plans for the next however long, it's definitely, that's part of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just taking a note from the SoundCloud rappers and basically from hip hop, just dropping tapes and singles
Right.
and blowing those up.
consistency is so key.
Yeah.
You can't just release an album, do a bunch of tours, and then go in hiding for a year and a half. Just it's consistency is so key. You have to release those singles, space it out well, so you're able to keep, I guess for lack of a better term, like keep the spotlight on you, like really don't have it so your
no one's forgetting.
No one's forgetting.
Yeah.
Who you are. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and always like being active, like being on tour a lot, and like showing your like following what you're up to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right on. So I wanted to kind of jump back to touring for a second, just ask you guys, because it seems like you're kind of like always touring around and stuff. So are you guys, like, do you have any management or like booking behind you, or is it like all you guys?
We're independent, right?
Okay.
We're currently, as of right now, independent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what sort of, because like my band is like just starting to do stuff, like trying to like book tours and stuff like that. So I just kind of wanted to like ask any advice when you guys were like starting. So obviously starting is tough and frustrating.
Best
and
advice we ever got.
so just wanted to, if you guys got any kind of advice and stuff on that.
Oh, in terms of like,
but like more like
playing
right
shows?
now, like starting when you're like trying to break into new cities and stuff.
Oh,
Like
okay,
any kind of like, because like like when you start, people aren't emailing you back and stuff like that. Like just sort of persisting.
You got like when you don't have a lot of like connections, like it's like who you know.
Yeah.
It's just like play with your friends. You gotta like and then just like and then a scene builds, and then like more people get led into that scene, and then you can grow. The best advice we got was like play shows.
Right.
Just play.
I think like the two most important things for like just expanding is to first of all be really good.
Yeah.
So people want you to play in different places. And then also just like make friends with everybody and just like make so many homies at every show, and just so then you can build a community. Like I remember us being like kind of told that by somebody a few years ago, like just like play a bunch of shows, make a bunch of friends. That's like basically the only thing that you need to focus on.
Right.
And like that's what we did, and like just very slowly, gradually, just kind of made a bunch of friends within Ontario, and then kind of. Just like every time we'd play a show, we'd have like 4 or 5 like really good friends at each show. And I don't know, it kind of builds from there. Just kind of very slowly.
Word of mouth and
Play shows. Be friendly. Be good.
Be so good.
Be nice was like it's like
nice.
such an obvious thing, but like I met Addison from Lost in Japan told me that, and he's like to everybody, like your bartender, the door guy, like whoever.
Yeah. Ben is the king of that.
Well, it's and actually like the first like few times when I was in MIA that I heard romancer, it was always followed up with like they're the nicest fucking guys. But and I've run into that so many times now with like new bands that like Ready the Prince, for example, are like good friends of ours now. Like they're the nicest fucking guys. And, like, I met Cleopatra last week. They're the nicest guys. And there's so many bands now. Like, and I'm trying to do that myself when we're at places to like thank the bartenders, thank like whoever is working that night, and like because
from the perspective of like an audience member or a show goer or someone who's in the scene but like not in a band, it's like, who do you want to support?
Right.
You want to support the nice fucking guys.
Yeah.
You want to support the people who are sick and treat you well and like show you a good time and who are genuine. So.
And you'd want that reciprocated.
Exactly.
So
There's absolutely no room for any kind of ego or anything.
No.
Like especially locally, because like everybody will hear about it and you'll just be done.
Definitely.
There's too many rock stars out there with these big inflated kind of personalities, right? And that's something I think we would look to stop, because it helps to kind of stop like scene and musician entitlement within that too, right? That's definitely something we're super not about either. So humility goes a long way for sure.
Totally.
If I can shatter some egos in my lifetime, I'll know. I did good.
No, it's definitely so important, because sometimes that's more important than like even what you're playing sometimes, off that like first impression, because and like if the other band you're playing with, maybe it's only like they've only played a few shows but they're nicer than you're being a dick, then they're gonna be welcome back, right?
So true.
And that's why being independent works so well if you can like do it, because then you're the face of whatever it is that you're trying to expand.
Right.
So it just comes across. Wow. Sorry, I just saw that Courtney Barnett album. I love that album.
Yeah, it's so good.
It just comes across as more. It comes across as way more genuine if it's like if you're the actual face of what you're doing, and not someone else.
Right.
Basically.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then eventually you can get to a point and people are going to be out there and they're going to have even more connections and they're going to like work with what you've created, and then so that's kind of what we're looking for right now, or hoping for.
Yeah, we have this like just being in this in this society today, in this age, yeah, you have like, you're in control of how you're perceived with like social media, and like obviously it wasn't that like that back in the day. So,
totally.
Yeah, for artists to not use that to it, like I think artists back in the day would like die to have that control. We just take it for granted now.
Yeah. Definitely. I don't remember who it was. It might have been the last podcast I did with this band called Plants from Stratford. But we were talking about that and like finding your personality like through social media and stuff, because it's really hard to like be that mysterious band now, because if you are, like, nobody's paying attention. Because like, you need to like have a little bit more personality, which is interesting. Like I was a very like shy person, and I still am sometimes, but like in like running my own band and like obviously doing this, like I've had to like find that within myself to like be engaging and want people to interact.
Totally.
Like it's so hard to be like that.
Yeah, because it feels
too.
Fake a lot. It felt fake for so long.
Like, it's just you and a phone. It's like this isn't social.
This
isn't real.
But for me, I run our band's Twitter account and I do like a lot of the social media stuff. And I barely post on my own socials, because I'm always like, oh, no one gives a fuck about me. So like if I have something funny to say, or if I have like, you know, it's just something cool, I'll just put it on the band account. Like for me we have more followers, so like my ego gets stroked a bit more, because I'm like, oh, I got a couple more likes than I would have, and like
I'm fucking hilarious.
But also then I get to like, I don't know, contribute and do stuff like for the band. It feels easier. It feels almost easier for me to do it behind like the name of the band than for myself.
That makes sense. Totally. Definitely.
I have fun with it.
Cool. So I know we got like a little short on time today, so I just want to ask also, is there any like tour stories, good, bad, whatever, hilarious, that are worth sharing?
Well, last night was a sick first night of tour. And there's a couple guys who saw us when we played in Toledo. Their names are Nate, Carby, and Connor.
What?
And they're just like the homies, and they're some of the ones that drove out to the show last night. And we were just hanging after the show. And like we went out to their car and we were just like chilling, and Connor just like pulls out this painting, and it's like this like fucked painting of like an eye that's all bloodshot, and it's just like so colorful. And he's like, "Yo, guys, I want you to have this painting."
That's awesome.
And he was in a very creative state.
It
looks like this crazy bloodshot eye, but it looks like a Cyclops abominable snowman head. It has like this like beard too, and
it's a beautiful painting.
It's beautiful. So
I wish we had it. I would like show it.
It's in the van. We can like take a picture of it.
Yeah, totally. I'll like put it in or whatever in the video.
Totally. It's really cool art. So like that'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be wicked. Totally.
At Horse Connor on Instagram.
He's sick. Yeah, we can tag him. Want me to tell him the Brockville story?
That's a good story.
Alright, so we were on tour with Certainty, right?
Wicked.
And this was before Ottawa, so we just played, in Toronto. Sorry, I just had like so much Taco Bell, for real. Shout out American Taco Bell. Oh, and I put like avocados, like I had like avocados with me.
Oh yeah.
So I had like a cheesy bean and rice burrito, and I wedged some avocados in there. I'm so full right now. What was I talking about? Okay, sorry guys. So like I'm in this bathroom, and there's this I need to do a number 2, and the stall is in use, and it's a guy's bathroom, so there's one urinal, one stall. I'm waiting, and I'm just like, it's getting to be like 5 minutes. We're in Tim Hortons, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, like this guy, like his diet needs to be better. Like, eat some more fiber or something. Like I need to go, and I'm just like, kind of like getting impatient, and then I see him like stand up, and he's kind of shaking, and I'm like, oh no, it's like I can see a shadow. And it's like, oh, it's an old guy. Oh wait. Guys, I missed like a really important part of the story. So I walk into the bathroom.
Because you thought...
I walked into the bathroom, and I thought Tyler or Brent was in the bathroom, so I'm just like, who's pooping? Silence. Dead silence. Did not get a response. And I'm like, is anyone in there? So I like kind of look under the stall, and like, I didn't want to knock on the door, but I looked under the stall, and there was a guy with boots on, and I was like, okay, all right. So I'm waiting there, getting impatient, and he opens the door finally after like 6-7 minutes, and I'm like just about to like walk in after him, and he's like, he like confronts me, gets into my way, and he's like, he looks like George Costanza when George is like 60 years old. Right. Got like a baseball cap on, very like very, very spherical guy, maybe like 5'2", and he's just like, "What you going on about? Who's pooping?" And I was like, "Whoa!" Like so aggressive. I'm just like, "Hello?" Like I just asked if like was anyone pooping. Like, I needed to know before. I didn't want to like bother you. He was like, "Well, the door's closed." What the fuck do you think? And he's like just being so aggressive. Like, did I disturb this guy's?
Like we were sitting out in the restaurant. Like I could hear him going on.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous. And like Riley eventually does come in.
Yeah,
like,
I open the door.
But
right,
no, we'll almost get there. So big. Oh my goodness. So this dude like starts getting in my face, and he called me like F-word slur, and it was, and I was just like, wow. And then he was like pointing his finger at me, and I like leaned into his finger because I'm not scared of this George Costanza 5'2" guy. And he like, this is my favorite part was like he was like waving his finger in my face, and I like do this, and I put my nostrils, and he does like, he like does that, and then I'm like I don't have time for this, and I'm like I wanted him to punch me. I'm just like, come on, like man, he's like, oh, like suck my dick, and I'm just like, whip it out, like, let's go. And then obviously it got boring, and I'm just like, whatever, dude, like peace out. And I like went into the bathroom, fucking shoves me and like slams the like he got physical. He slammed the like stall door on me, and I got so heated. I like blood started to boil, and he's like walking out, and then Riley comes in, and he's like, what did you say?
I was just like, what the fuck is? And I remember I grabbed your shirt. Because I just saw something about to happen.
He's trying to poop.
Yeah.
I just had to poop that bad.
I don't know if I needed to poop after that. But I remember getting my tea, and he was like giving me, because he was still chilling with his homies like in the Tim Hortons.
Yeah, and he was talking with his buddies
about I'm just like
his old bummy ass crew.
My blood was boiling for like an hour.
That's so unbelievable. Over something like over nothing.
Yeah,
like,
over
nothing. Yeah.
Over just some shit.
Glad it was in Canada, so like there would have been like
no guns.
No like. Just
That's
guys,
unbelievable.
Two guys in a Tim Hortons Brockville bathroom
trying to poop.
Just the way God intended it.
Trying to poop. Wow, man, that's unreal.
Yeah.
Cool. That's gonna make like a really good segment when I chop this up.
Hell yeah.
Solid.
Yo, thank you so much for having us.
Oh man, no worries.
Before we go, can I give a big ol' shout out to Jake Murnane? He's the photographer on this tour. Okay, Jake cool. X666 on Twitter. J.Murnane photo on Instagram. Or jmurnane.photo.
JM Murnane.
Something like that.
Yeah.
He's an amazing photographer, and he has an insatiable hunger for attention. So that's what
Wicked.
Oh, God.
You guys got time for one more question?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I finish with like a two-parter.
Cool.
So the first part is just locals, and when I say local, just like any band that's like your level that you haven't played with, that you know of, that you want to play with.
Lobby Boxer.
Eddie Evie.
Growing Fins.
Yeah. And
I don't fucking know. They're all great. I'm sure you're all really good. I don't know.
Those are like bands that we'd like really want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lobby Boxers is this amazing band from
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Yeah. Cool.
Super, like honestly influential to us, especially on our first record. Like amazing musicians, and like they're just like the pinnacle of Midwest cool emo.
Yeah, they're ahead of. They feel like they got a thing that's really special about them. That's like ahead of everything else.
Right.
Like the lead guy Zach does like all this sick like video game composition.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so like they have like this EP that's like very like band like that, and that really resonated with us because we were in a band, and then it's like very band focused. But like and then like their LP was very like I think everything was done more like in the box, and it was cool to see them change up their like the way they did their songwriting. Honestly, like so influential. There's such good musicians. Like everyone in that band is so talented. Yeah. And that's awesome.
Eddie Evie is this amazing band from Waterloo, which is our hometown. Cool. Amazing shoegaze band. Such a good vibe. Their lead singer Michaela is so good. I went to school with her. We both studied music at Laurier. But I didn't know her that well during school, and I wish I did. She's so good. And somehow we're from the same city, but we've never played together. So that would be really cool.
That'd be awesome.
Growing Fins is just the ultimate vibe, and I love them. And I can't believe we haven't played with them yet, and I can't wait to.
Wicked.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And then lastly, any band, like major band that you want Romancer to open for?
3 words, P-U-P.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be unreal.
Pop would be sick.
I wish we could travel to the 90s and open for Third Eye Blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Third Eye Blind in
the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Anything else that you want to mention, like, before we wrap up that I maybe didn't ask you or whatever? This will be out, like, in a couple weeks in February, so.
Sick.
Your last question, I'd probably add Radiohead.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but it's
It's all good.
You said
Perfect.
anything we want to add?
Yeah, just, like, anything else that I didn't
Listen to
bring
Bogues.
up.
Listen to Bogues.
All right.
Listen to Bogues.
Listen to
Cool.
Bogues.
I will. Throw it on the list. I try to grab some bands, too,
Hell-
from
hell
doing
yeah.
this, too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. What are you up to tonight?
I'm gonna try to make it out. We're doing a bit. We're playing at Rum Runners tomorrow, so we're gonna have a band practice. So I won't be there for the whole show.
True.
Oh,
But
yeah,
you guys, when time's your set at?
We're probably headlining, so like.
I think 10:30.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I
Actually,
should
I
be
have
able to
no
make
idea.
that.
Yeah.
We don't have set times.
Yeah,
right?
don't sweat it though.
Yeah.
Obviously you want to like get a good band practice before
Yeah,
your
for
show,
sure.
so
But
no pressure.
we won't be that late.
Yeah,
though.
and we'll be
I'm gonna
back,
try to
so-
make it out. Wicked.
Yeah,
Wicked.
we love London.
Mhm.
London's like always so much fun. It's the best.
That's
So
awesome.
many homies.
Feels like a second hometown.
That's good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Especially if you can like rip Rum Runners every time you're coming through.
No, dude, like we've played Rum Runners like only like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, really?
Like,
Yeah.
It's always been house shows.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like the
house shows are
MIA,
great,
like,
House
yeah.
shows
like
are either
There was this amazing. Do you remember the Santa Quito or
Oh,
was that?
yeah.
That would've
They
been, like,
were.
first
I was
year?
their last year for my.
Yeah,
our
yeah.
First year was
Rest
the
in
last year there
fucking
together.
pieces. Santa
Yeah,
Quito. I
dude,
miss that
the
place.
vibe.
Taj Mahal, the
Yeah.
Dome, lots of cool house venues in London. So keep on sporting those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Awesome. Well, cool. Romancer, everybody. Thanks a lot for coming
Yo,
on.
thank you so much.
Hell yeah.